It can be a bit overwhelming at times. Well, I'm not sure I'd call that seeing. The Neo SF Police Department uses a government rebuild of the old Robodyne 6300 Mark V. They're antiquated enough that I'm surprised they aren't in a museum. Their optics are a paltry 10 megapixels, and it was child's play for me to modulate my forward display into a tight beam of an image aimed directly into its lenses. I also transmitted the credentials we got from Detective Rivers' badge earlier. I probably could have gotten away with just that, but better safe than sorry when impersonating an officer of the law. Frankly, I'm rather embarrassed for the ROM. The poor thing is older than your computer. But enough of that, let's get the data cache and return to Tomcat. What? Oh no! No! Our apartment! My home! Who could have done this? Why? What does the human revolution want with Hayden? Why would they break our things? I don't know what to do. This place, they're all I have. What if he's gone for good? What will I do if we can't find him? This was all I had left. You're right. I apologize for the emotional outburst. Well, let's look around and see if we can find the data cache in all this mess. We don't have time to waste on my histrionics. I think you're right about this being human revolution propaganda, but Hayden is an unlikely target. I know they don't like parallax because they think advanced tech. I'll run some deep meshnet search. I think the data we've searched. I hate to return to Tomcat empty-handed. The data cache is no longer our main objective. I wonder what the human That's a distinct possibility. I just don't have enough personal experience with the human revolution to give you an honest answer. The information on the meshnet is extremely conflicting and desperately polarized. Some of it paints them as neo-druid nature lovers, other parts as bigots stuck in the past. Perhaps we could... Hey! What's wrong? No! Thank goodness you're finally awake! I have spent the past 30 minutes calculating the odds of you being indefinitely incapacitated or immobilized. I'm relieved to find my pessimism was misplaced and that you appear to... Someone ambushed us at the apartment. After you collapsed, my power systems were jammed by whoever attacked us. It took me 2 minutes to reboot and call an ambulance. When we left, I noticed they had done the same thing to the NSFPD ROM that was standing post. It takes a lot of power to crash one of those, even temporarily. Serious military hardware like that is difficult to obtain, but that type of non-lethal electrical field would interrupt my systems as well. Likely a mil-spec neuro-scrambler. If we walked in on them while they were searching the apartment for Hayden's files, I can understand them stunning us to make their escape. But the probability that they're actually after me, or rather the research behind my creation, seems high. Leaving me when I was so vulnerable makes no sense. I now believe my original hypothesis. Hayden must have been kidnapped by a powerful organization looking to get control of his research. Trashing our apartment may have been a cover for the theft of the data cache we were looking for. A reasonable deduction. But if they don't yet have Hayden's research, we may still have time to rescue him before something really bad happens. No, I didn't. They assaulted us from behind, and nothing showed up on my optics before I was disrupted. They either had cloaking of some kind, or were extraordinarily careful while making their way into the apartment. My optics, while not top of the line, are better than an off-the-shelf ROM's, and I should have been able to detect any thermal... Oh, before I forget, here are your belongings. Here's your ID card. Here are those headphones you I noticed the article on your computer before. Good. Oh, and here's your spoiled milk. Luckily, the hospital staff didn't find your carrying of a carton of spoiled milk around to be a cause for concern. And finally, here's your commemorative glass of water. Now all we have is this You're right, you wouldn't... Just let me know when you...
I'm sorry, I can't hear you from behind that curtain.
Sorry for being a nosy, Nancy. Hayden's an old friend of mine, and this sounded all too familiar. Has anything happened to him? Of course, I've not yet introduced myself. My name is Dr. Yannick Fairlight, and I'm the founder and former CEO of System 1 Software, now owned by Parallax.
He is is telling the truth, at least as far as I can intuit from information on the meshnet. And I do recall Hayden mentioning a Dr. Fairlight, at least once in passing at some point.
See, I don't bite. I hate to be the one to tell you, but privacy screens are hardly soundproof. However, if this situation concerns us both, perhaps we can help each other. I won't press you for details, but perhaps I could be of some assistance. I remember my association with Hayden fondly, and I'd be happy to help in any way I can. I can think of a few ways. I still have some contacts in Parallax and can put out some quiet feelers. Maybe they'll know something. I will admit, I don't have much to offer until there's more information. Is there anything you can tell me? What did you find?
The first time we went, nothing. But the place had been pillaged, and the human revolution had Hayden's computer was... And now we're here. We're still frustratingly in the dark and running out of time. I fear Hayden is slipping out of reach. I am failing him.
I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish I could do more. Hayden's company was most enjoyable. What do I want? It would be nice to be young again. But right now, I simply wish to... The chair you find me in is an advanced diagnostic and life support. It monitors my vitals and administers medications as necessary to keep my body stable. I likely would have perished long ago without it, or at least would have been severely bedridden. It requires frequent maintenance, and I'm here to have it examined. There's a particular fellow at this hospital who is the only one I trust to run the correct diagnostics and fine-tune things to my exact needs. It's the same way you might get your car serviced, making sure everything's in check. It's too integral to my health to count on just luck. Unfortunately, many critically injured patients were rushed into surgery all at once, and my appointment has been pushed back. The hospital administrators placed me here with a resting patient so as not to be disturbed by the chaos outside. I don't think they expected you to awaken. Yes, as I've mentioned, Parallax acquired my company, System 1 Software. I accepted a CTO position, and additionally served on Parallax's board for several years. The other directors and I had a difference of opinion about the direction the organization should take. The non-centralized data scheme for most ROMs used today seemed ludicrous at the time. We were playing with fire, dangerous, morally ambiguous fire, and well, we hadn't invented a bucket of water. So when Parallax's servers were destroyed by hobbyist hackers, well, needless to say, it was a PR nightmare. Everything halted until we could get the damage fixed. And since the security work that goes into maintaining the integrity of near-impenetrable meshnet is astronomically expensive. We had our share of disagreements. In the end, I was voted off the board and they went on without me. Do I have hard feelings? Of course, who wouldn't? In the end, though, it really doesn't matter. I'm an old rich man with enough hobbies to last the next 2 decades. His research? No, not so much. I remember at the time he had interest in advanced machine sapience, but that is the realm of science fiction. He once showed me a prototype. She was quite clever, very convincing, but you could tell she did not contain the spark of life. I assume that you are another of his creations.
Yes, I am. I'm sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Turing. Did you say she?
Ah, yes. She was quite insistent on that fact over the course of my conversation with her. Hayden said that she had picked out the color for her casing herself, pastel pink. Still, I must assume you are far more advanced than she if you're spearheading the search for your creator. Perhaps I should have had more faith in Hayden's little hobby.
Do you know what became of her, or where she might be now? Aiden has told me so little of his past research.
I'm sorry, Turing. It was a long time ago, and I'm afraid my memory is not what it used to be. If any of my contacts in Parallax make mention of your erstwhile sibling, I'll pass it on to you.
Thank you.
Hayden and I made our acquaintance when the 2 companies first underwent the merger. At the time, he was a young, hotshot researcher working in the search data correlation sector. He was assigned to find the best ways to integrate Parallax's own collection and analysis tools into System 1's LIPS operating system. He was a bit much to handle at times, honestly, but I admired his passion for the subject.
It's been very interesting speaking to you, Dr. Fairlight.
I suppose I should respect you for your honesty, though it may be ill-informed. I'll be blunt with you. You've uncovered a deeply unsettling mystery. I doubt this has a happy ending. My connections could prove more valuable to you and your safety than you realize. Rudeness aside, I only have the intention of helping my old friend.
It seems a bit unproductive to say no.
Now, if you're willing to hear me out, I think I might have... You said you found humor. I am acquaintances with the man. His name is Brian Mulberry. After an introduction from me, he may be willing to shine some light on that particular event. I will send a message downstairs to my assistant, Leon Decker. He will hand you one of my cards. Make sure you speak to him. In the meantime, I'll get in touch with some other... I'll be in contact. It was a pleasure meeting you both. Ah, of course. Please, do not let me delay you any further. Good luck, Turing. I don't think Hayden's faith in you is misplaced. You are an...
Thank you, Dr. Fairlight. We'll be... Should I call downstairs to...
What the hell is wrong with you? I can't believe that you're still pulling the exact same shit you were years ago, but this time it's truly unreal. you even realize how bad impersonating a police officer is? It's a felony, jackass. I should be slapping cuffs on you and dragging your sorry ass off right now.
Detective Rivers, wait! I'm sorry. The plan to lift your credentials and use them to access Hayden's apartment was entirely mine. Also, I feel it necessary to mention that though you are understandably upset, such language and imagery is beneath you as a respected officer of the law.
Oh great, the robot did it, huh? I guess I'll just take you to jail then instead. That what you want? Don't even try to take all the blame. I know that a certain someone lent you a helping hand. It isn't like you have the hardware to pull that off alone, little bot.
Well, to be honest, Detective Rivers, I think I'll tell you the whole truth, since my friend here trusts you. Keep it under your hat, though, metaphorically. I am no ordinary ROM, but actually a prototype designed to be the first fully sapient machine. I suspect creating me is the main factor behind Hayden's disappearance, beyond his day-to-day research for Parallax. My name is Turing.
Whew. Okay. Hi. Well, that is a damn bigger problem than you first let on, huh, old pal? The first machine sapient. People are gonna have things to say about that. Especially the human revolution. Ugh. This is exactly what I wanted to avoid. You sure know how to get yourself dropped in the drink. What the hell am I supposed to do with the two of you? I guess I'm letting you off the hook. This time, and only because this time I can let you get away with it safely. I doubt anyone will notice your manipulation of that NSFPD ROM, nor that I was apparently in two places at once. But mostly because I think you're... Someone higher up in the department is trying to delay any search into Hayden's disappearance. Here's the story. Apparently, the investigations you ran into this morning were about the lock on the apartment door being reported broken by a neighbor. The building couldn't reach Hayden, so they went ahead and got it fixed on their own, but the NSFPD sent a bot to check things out and guard the place for a while afterward, right? Standard procedure, treating it as a break-in. Have someone there for when Hayden shows up. Obviously, you and I know there's a bigger story. But when I filled out the missing person report, I was informed in no uncertain terms that I am to wait an entire 48 hours before I can upgrade the existing case. Why? Just on the off chance the door being busted and Hayden being missing are unrelated and my search screws something up for the completion of the break-in report. As if. There's a problem if you're so by the book you're getting paper cuts. And that was before all of this happened. The chief's not happy about whoever took the bot out. That's who they're after now. They won't even care if Hayden never shows.
Today's assault and the vandalization of our apartment will only make the entire situation more confusing and sensitive for the police.
There's too many moving parts to piece anything together, and it's not fun trying to argue with the bureaucrats that one thing happened over another. These little incidents of smashing shit and spray paint sound more like Froyo Stand 2.0 to them than a serious abduction.
And I suppose I won't be very useful as a witness to the kidnapping without explaining the makeup of my being to the entire department, which will only scandalize things further. Darn it all!
Look, it's not being squashed completely, so I don't think anyone's been bought. But until there's undeniable proof Hayden was taken by force, they're gonna care more about the poor doorknob and some paint on the walls than him being missing. Which means somebody definitely has some influence, enough to buy themselves time by forcing me to follow protocol to a T. Not that I will, but I'm gonna have to keep things quiet.
It sounds like it's going to be up to us.
Yeah, so stop messing around. There's certainly a story here, but if you keep botching your moves, you'll blow it. I'd really rather you not be involved at all, but I know that isn't going to happen at this point. I've got a bad feeling people are gonna end up dead over this. I don't want you to be one of them, buddy. And I really don't want to be the one making that call to your sister. Please. Fine, you got it. Just here. Take this. Use it if you... Me either. I'll be in touch if I find anything out, but don't hold your breath. My superiors are gonna keep leaning on me to do nothing. Back to the grind, I guess. See ya. Stay safe.
Thank you for your time. You should talk to the receptionist and inform... We should also look for Dr. Fairlight.
Hello, the name's Leon Decker. Fairlight messaged ahead that I needed to pass one of his cards on. Thanks for taking your time with him. He really... The last gala he organized was full of unsavory types. He's probably happy to help folks whose pockets aren't deep. No problem. I'll be around. You have a good day now.
Patient? My records indicate that you have been admitted. You should currently be in your... While I am truly delighted to see that you have regained consciousness. I must insist that you remain for treatment. A doctor has not determined the full extent. Very well. I am prohibited by law from detaining you here against your... But you should note in your release paperwork that... Willful early termination of medical services releases this hospital and its parent company, ZHC, from legal liability should your condition persist or worsen outside of our care. Additionally, all test and medical data from your visit will be shared with our standard partners to help improve our services and offerings and to keep the price affordable. I am further required to inform you that this visit has expended the last of your year's governmentally mandated healthcare credits. Lastly, you will be required to provide payment or proof of private insurance for any further visits for routine or emergency medical care. Please take care to fill out all forms thoroughly and accurately, and do have a nice day.
Your medical billing makes me glad I'm synthetic. You should look for more paying journalism work before you get shot again. Well, we're free to leave. Why not head back home first, yes? I'm sure you'd like the chance to shower. For such a clean place, You look good. If you're feeling up for it, we should go find Tomcat. They should still be waiting for... Oh, by the way, while you were showering, don't forget to talk to it and give it some love. Either way. Every bit will help in the end. Ready to head out?
Welcome to Star.
Sorry, I don't think we've met before. I'm Gus. You have a really cool ROM. That's good, but we can dupe that. Majid may not have a memory for mixed drinks. You'll have to let me or him know if you need any help. Okay, I'm gonna get back to this, but don't feel... Sure thing. Enjoy the...
Hey, good to see you. What are you having? Remind me, what's in...
Dictionary, the Open Alcoholopedia says...
Oh, I got this, sweetie.
Wait,
Sometimes I think I'm just holding up the bar rather than running it.
No, I just memorized all the drinks. You're better with the customers. This one is...
Rawr. Thank you, huh? Here you go.
Haven't I seen you at my tattoo?
Hey, y'all! How goes... Shit. Well, I can't say I saw that one. I figured that they'd nab anything they needed the first time. Huh. Any ideas who would...
The walls had been spray painted with... It is possible that Hayden was targeted. While my development may have been a secret, a layman would not understand the critical differences between myself and a VI. Nor do I think the... Equally likely, it is an effort to throw... Right! Dr. Fairlight was very kind to point us in the direction of the Human Revolution protest leader. Hopefully, we'll be able to get to the bottom of...
Yannick Fairlight!
We were ambushed at the...
What? Are y'all okay?
Yes, we made it to the nearby hospital, and Dr. We had a discussion with...
Well, shit. Things sure are getting more serious. Y'all need to keep a sharp eye out. Being attacked means the bastards know you're looking now.
I'm confident in our ability to push on.
I can't say I know much about the man. Fairlight always was a bit of a shut-in, even back when he ran System 1, his old company. He didn't make any more public appearances after the merger between them and Parallax, but he was still working with them for 6 or so years past that. Nowadays, he shows up in the news once in a blue moon for some charity thing or another. But, well, it's all just rumor, but I've heard he holds a grudge about it hotter than the Clantons after the Earps. I'd take care to look this particular horse in the mouth real close if I was you. I'll tell you what does matter. While y'all were chasing your tails, I managed to find a way into the Parallax network. Once I'm in, I should be able to dig out Hayden's personal info file easily enough, including anything related to him on all security. If Parallax has anything on Hayden's situation...
Fantastic, Tomcat. I knew Hayden's faith in you.
Well, that's where the rubber meets the road. Parallax actually has considerably better net security than the last time I cracked in. I'm gonna need physical access. I've got a good idea where a node for us to slice into is, but it ain't exactly in a nice part of town. In fact, police have basically wrote it off as a lost cause. Not enough profit in it. I know Jess has some contacts in that area. She's that girl that chewed you a new rear when y'all first came here. Yeah, it's a tough sale, but she might be able to help y'all get in and out of that part of the city without ending up in a parts bin at an organ shop. That's the spirit. I need a little time to get all my tools together to slice into Parallax's network, but y'all keep me updated. Maybe y'all get lucky and find that data cache too. But I ain't gonna count on it. Jess is still hanging around here at Stardust, but I saw her head over to the VIP. It's hybrid night and she's a popular gal. Just please remember to play nice or her friends will... I'll send Jess a message letting her know that y'all are looking for some assistance and we'll... Sure thing, hon. I've got to head... Just have turn, let me know.
Oh, I see Jeff. Let's go over and say hi.
Oh, hell no. Look, I'm really trying to have a good time today, and the Human Revolution crud muffins have made that very hard for me. And your interrogation this morning took a bad day to worse. I asked around about you, Journo, and I don't have anything to say to you. The last thing I need is you prodding at me without telling me you're press. Besides, the VIP section is only for hybrids and friends on hybrid night, and no way am I vouching for you. Hey, bouncer! We got a capital A asshole over here!
You heard her. Let's go.
How rude! She didn't even... We have to get back... Surely she will see the... But that bouncer... Perhaps we should try befriending... It's a statistical long shot, but the...
Good to see you back. What are you having? Let me look up...
Dictionary.
Oh, I got this. This one is...
Thank you, hon. Like what? Hey, hon, what's in that one?
This one is...
Rawr. Thank you, hon. Like what? Hey, hon, what?
This one is...
Thanks, honey bear. Here you go.
How did you know what I was planning on ordering? Well, at least keep me company while I drank it.
I'm Caitlin. I'm usually a lot more sociable. Yeah. My brother's going through gene therapy. He still has to go in at least twice a week for health and maintenance. There are Human Revolution protesters outside the clinic making it even harder for him. They're always outside, harassing anyone coming in. It's exhausting. No one else lives around here, so I'm kind of all he's got. But it's not a big deal. He'll be done with the main set of treatments in a few weeks, and we'll be free of them. I just feel bad for everyone else they're messing with. I can't wait. It'll be a good day when they decide to go wave their signs somewhere else. Well, I think I've had enough noise and socializing for tonight. Thanks for the drink and the conversation, but I think I'm gonna head out. Have a good night.
Hey, good to see you back. What are you having? Hey, hon, what's in that?
This one is...
Thanks, son. Here you go.
Well, I'm Sylvan. What's a wet drink? And no one just hang. Well, the club is a little dead tonight, so it's not. Oh, I don't know. There might be a few in here. I mean, I wouldn't want to toot my own horn too loudly, but I know how to have a good time. If that's what you're looking for. Well, make up your mind soon. Well, thanks for the drink, but I think I'm gonna play the room a little more. Maybe we'll...
Give me a few... Sorry, but I'm pretty wrapped up in...
Trace amount of liquid left in their glass.
Hey, good to see you back. What are you having? Hey, hon, what's in that?
This one is...
Thanks, honey bear. Like what? Hey, hon, what's in that?
This one is...
Thank you, hon. Here you go.
Hey, how'd you... Have a nice seeing you at my tech. I'm Boris. Have a seat. Well, as long... My boss has just managed to lock... I'm not sure exactly what they did, and I don't have my company ROM on me, so... It could be any number of things. I already confirmed it wasn't just a password issue. They probably deleted themselves off of the user table or something. I hate giving non-IT people that kind of access. The higher-ups in the company insisted on it. So incompetent. Not really, but it's nice of you to be polite. I'm not gonna be able to do this over the phone. I guess I gotta head out and take care of this. It was nice talking to you. Thanks. Maybe I'll see you around.
It's getting late. I don't know how much longer we still... do we still have it?
Looks like you struck. Let's head to the back and try to find something to console.
Didn't I say...
We're guests of Sylvan. They said we...
all right.
Hey! You have an incoming call, priority marked as urgent.
That's a shame.
Excellent. Sorry for making up the call. I'm still getting used to the whole... However, we can take another run at having a conversation.
And you're back. You know, as soon as I first saw you, I hoped you'd be dropped like a bad packet off the meshnet and I'd never have to see you ever again. So of course, I just got off the phone with Tomcat, practically begging me to help you out. You aren't so good at the long-term play thing, are you? You mean you don't stick both feet in your mouth every time you talk to a hybrid? Surprising. Let's just get one thing straight here. I'm only willing to talk to you because I owe Tomcat. I don't owe you shit. So if you want my help, if you got a problem with that, tough. My neighborhood, my help. I need you to break up those Human Revolution protests. The ones at the Genus Clinic on Market Street. I'd like this handled with some stealth. Not that I expect you to know what discreet means. Either way, just get it done. I got clients in the middle of treatment cycles, and this media circus is making their lives difficult. That means it's making my life difficult. Let the bat... I'm just great. I'm peachy. My clients get harassed. So, you gonna braid my fur? Whoop-de-freaking-do, you figured it out. Well, fine. Have it your way. You want to know what my deal is? You really want me to get sappy? Skin cancer. Stage 3. My prognosis was so advanced that the doc said my bones were already lost. So I had to do something drastic. Completely restart my biology from scratch. You ever seen someone with a severe gene splice? From something freaky, like an insect? That's where hybrid tech began, you know. Where my therapy started. You can't imagine what it's like to have children cry from just looking at you. When people just see you and sprint the other direction. I had police following me everywhere I went. I lost my apartment. I lost my dignity. Eventually, I was lucky enough to qualify for the cute kitty cat cure to override the expression of the chitin. It changed my life. I have my job and purpose because of it. The fur doesn't scare the rest of the world too much to let me exist. Better an otaku's fluffy wet dream than the monster from a horror VR drama from Japan. My mom still can't look at me straight. Not to get even mushier, but as a kid, She would sing me a song as she counted all the freckles on my face. She hasn't let that go. You know how your folks look at you when they figure out you finally had sex or did crash? It's like that. Oh, now you're sorry. You haven't... The amount of gene therapy I underwent exceeded the limit that the Human Protection Act allows for procreation. So yeah, the government freaking spayed me, if it all wasn't hilariously dark enough. First I'm too ugly to look at, now I'm too screwed up to breathe. Saving my own life forfeited my right to be a person. The Human Protection Act. Ha! Apparently protecting humans doesn't include me. Only genotypicals could live in this city and truly think they're the ones who need some protection the most. In any case, I had some clean eggs frozen and we'll whip them out whenever I'm ready. Except keeping that shit on ice costs, and my insurance decided to just not pay up due to the elective nature of my feline gene therapy. So I took those bastards to court and won. And I've been doing the same thing for everybody else ever since. So, there you go. I got cancer, super science fixed me up and left me a freak, and then the government sterilized me so I wouldn't go out and make more little monsters. And everyone else gets to be the winner by default. Happy now? How's your savior complex doing? This is getting you off? Yeah, I am. Now show me that you're on the right side. I'll be watching. Break up those protests, and then we'll talk.
All right, it sounds like we know what we... Let's go to Market Street and break up those... Ghosts will think twice before messing with you. Well, there are the I have to admit that I still find the vandalism. The protests themselves have been and the human revolution, regardless of the flimsy philosophical ground they stand on, are not a group known for projecting their ideology through unlawful means. The more I research them, the more I have to admit to the statistical conclusion that we're... Still, I doubt it will hurt to ask around. Brian Mulberry is there in the center. Fairlight said he was the one to talk to, and my mesh search is He's a bit player on the national scene, but he seems charismatic and camera. Perhaps we could use that.
Hello there! Would you like to hear about the dangers of our... I have pamphlets! Oh, yes, Yannick called and said something about an... He didn't elaborate, and I'm not sure how I'm... But if Yannick... How can I help?
We found Human Revolution graffiti spray painted all... I was hoping you might be able to point us in the direction of whoever did it.
Ah, well, the Human Revolution certainly does not condone such actions at all. We're a peaceful organisation, and threatening people is not going to earn us hearts and minds. But... off the record, some of our younger members can be a bit overzealous. I'll look into this matter personally, and if I discover that any of our younger members were involved, then I'll also let Yannick know. Is there something else? What questions can I... We hope to educate the public about the dangers of rapid technological advancements. We want to warn the country of... We used to say that splitting the atom would surely bring about the... But now we're changing the very things that make us human. The revolution we're after is humanity as a whole making the decision to... This world is Icarus, flying too close to the... just because we can. Genetic modification is one of the most dangerous. It's playing God on the highest order, and cybernetics is a dangerous path as well, selling off pieces of ourselves bit by bit for mechanical strength and resilience. But at least there is a reason Congress enacted laws prohibiting highly modified... Now, I do not fault the individuals who come here for treatment, many of whom are disabled and deathly ill. If you ask me, Genus isn't the kind of therapy they all need. However, we must take a stand against the medical research industry that would have us cast aside our humanity for them. At our core, we are a peaceful movement and seek only to convince people to vote according to the truths we reveal to them. The Human Revolution has faith that American democracy will win out in the end. It falls to us to make sure that people are informed about the daunting and confusing technologies they put. On a personal level, we would like to... Is there something else I can help you? Of course! If you have any other questions, feel free...
You clearly missed doing real journalism. I'm impressed. I think you're starting to get back into the hard-boiled investigative journalist. Hopefully we'll get lucky enough to turn up a new... Ah, Harry Golden. How fitting to use a quote from a newspaper publisher, and I agree with the sentiment. More leads will find us, should we seek them out. Let's keep moving. Don't forget, we're still here to actually break up these... Make sure to look around and think... Let's not. 2's company, 3's a cloud. This kind of ROM requires an RFID key. All the basic Passy flavors, but their specialty menu has other Passy bar exclusive drinks like Sassy Passy, Poison Passy, Classy Passy, or a Grassy Passy shot.
Adorable little ROM. What kind of model is it? Where did you get it? It's so... Well, I hope you did more than just say thank you. It looks really expensive. Anyway, a drink I can do, and I guess I have some time to talk. The protesters outside the clinic are filling up my bathroom too. So, it does a good job, huh? Yeah, that's fine. Well, technically, it's property of Hassie Holdings. We spent some mints on it, but the rest of the block helps pitch in for maintenance costs since I usually set it to patrol the whole area. You should check it out when we do Christmas in July. It can cover the whole street in snow, as long as it's cloudy enough. Sorry, but that thing cost me way too many credits to I would need to see some enough to make sure you can otherwise. Sorry, otaku speak. I just mean he's really cute and lovable, and you kinda wanna hug him. A lot of otaku come around here, probably because I own the place. Yeah, I know it's a bit out of fashion, but I'm a history buff. The past really gives context to stories of I've been to Tokyo twice already. The old otaku resist the new culture of the saishi in the same way their parents refuse to give up cassette tapes. Oh, sorry. The Saiba Shibito. The Cyber Death. In the early 21st century, Japan had an epidemic of chronic shut-ins, and the rise of direct link virtual reality only made that worse. Suddenly, people weren't just refusing to leave their rooms, they were refusing to leave their heads. But as the technology got better, the Saishi were the first to figure out how to use their own brains to sculpt cyberspace. Computers are good at thinking in straight lines, but the human brain, the best virtual landscapes? Now, even if an earthquake or a meteor... But enough that... If you're interested, I'm sure you can find more out. It's a trip. Oh, I never introduced myself, did I? I guess there isn't much. I went to college, got a degree. Now I spend my days trying to find enough time and money to sustain my VR drama addiction. My priorities are justice, cute stuff. What else? Look, they've got the right to protest, but I don't have to like it. Once they're done with the hybrids, I know they'll be coming for me next. So I'll be voting appropriately. And if I have to unclog one more toilet because of an entitled, bigoted jerkface, I will lose my goddamn mind! Oh, you can't tell? I've got a cybernetic arm and leg, thanks to an AutoCAD crash when I was a kid. I also got Neuralinks for VR. If it was up to those dinosaurs, I'd be stuck in a wheelchair right now. Or... It's already illegal for me to have a rocket-powered fin! Okay.
Neo. I'm actually quite a fan of cats. They provided consistent entertainment online for me when less complicated to figure out. We're good to go. Very good. Isn't Cassie the
Welcome to the Neo-San. How may I be of assistance today? Please give me a few moments to get... Thank you for your patience. Detective Rivers will be here shortly.
Hey again. What can I do for... You know, since I don't have anything else on my plate in a major city. Ha! It's not good. I can't even start an official investigation, so I've been reviewing traffic cam footage for hours, just trying to get a My superiors aren't out and out grounding me, so there's that. But they still... That means no extra manpower, no... I'm assuming it's their way of appeasing the corporate overlords without actually being a bunch of corrupt... Just me in the streets is what I'm used to anyway.
We are happy to assist in any way possible.
How about you try... Your track record isn't great on that one so far.
Right.
I'd berate you for wasting my time, but frankly, other than being overworked and underpaid, it's been a while since we've just hung out, so... Ah, hell. I don't know if you remember that incident back home, the hybrid ex-Marine that was murdering people. Well, I couldn't tell you back then, but that was my case. I kinda threw myself into it too hard. Made it too... The chief had my back, but it's a small city, and once the room... Well, I was afraid I'd either be made out to be a hero or a villain. Never mind the fact that people already didn't like me too much because of my implants. Some people really buy into that eyes are the window to the soul thing. So I figured I'd move to the big city, where the big crimes are, right? Turns out I'm still a bit too much of a cowboy for the... most of the time. I'm real busy, you know, running around. This isn't a pulp novel. The detective doesn't always get the girl. I'd rather focus on... You ever... Yeah? Yeah, maybe I should. Well, thanks for keeping... We'll have to sit down for coffee after this is all... Mostly, I just need a break in the case. Something I can use instead of the fly-by-night spy crap you're probably digging up. But screw it. Just teasing. You be sure to come back if you find...
Dr. Yannick Fairlight. I've heard of him. Super rich guy. Why are you giving me his card?
Yes! He's getting on in years, and it would be useful for when he goes out and about. That's why we wanted to see it before.
I guess you can. Don't bust it, though. I scanned this card, and I swear if you break my ROM, I'll be calling your boss. Here's the RFID key.
Thank you. This will surely be... Shall we go... This ROM has multiple different... Maybe we could make things a little more festive. Christmas is my favorite season. Should I switch it to snow?
It's snowing? Okay, people, I for one didn't bring any winter wear. Let's call it a day for now.
Excellent work! While I still have doubts about the moral superiority of using subterfuge to disperse a protest, we at least accomplished our... And to be frank, considering how the human revolution is clearly working against my personal interests, I won't waste... Might I draw your attention to those counterculture clothing, obvious bad attitudes? Those could be our suspects who damage... I'm just making an observation. I see one of them is wearing a new... Perhaps you can do some Oh no, they've noticed our attentions. We'll never catch them up. Hold on, I'm called... I know it seems a great deal of trouble for such a tenuous lead. The wicked flee when... the autocab is estimated to take... We'll never be able to engage in pursuit. Perhaps we should call... Maybe they can do some bit of techno-wizard... Your confidence is astounding. Hold one...
Howdy, folks! How's the search for the data cache?
Actually, that's... We may have located... We attempted to use... Can you hack the cache?
No can do, little guy. Security on those cabs is tight, and the dang thing will shut down its external net connection. Unless... Oh, I have an idea. Sit tight. Alright! That went faster than spit on a skillet. I did a job a few years back and had to break into the city's central traffic network. Do me a favor and don't ask why.
The back door I drilled into that long ago is still wide open. I'm logging into the traffic management system now. Wait. Oh, shit. They may not have fixed that back door, but they did install a new counter-intrusion VI. Oh, the damn thing is hot on my tail. Gotta take care of this VI. I'm gonna need the two of you to handle the traffic system. Hold tight. I'm gonna be doing some 2 sets of hands on one keyboard. Just push on the map and load it up on Turin's face. Sorry,
Ooh, they're on the move!
Here's how it works. Use your display map to keep track of their cab and redirect it back to you. You can trigger traffic nodes at intersections so the cab thinks the streets are blocked off. Do it right, and you should be able to steer them right back to you. You just gotta make sure to stop them where you're at, or else they'll just go running off on foot. I'll put a goal marker on the map for you. You can trigger any node on the map at any time, so plan ahead. I'd say you'll have time for 2 moves every time they hit an intersection. If they go off the map, though, you'll lose them. Block every road that leads out of our grid, and watch the places with 3 exits you can't all cover in one go-around. Just hurry. I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to keep this VI from messing on the carpet, and once I kill the connection,
I'll tap into the cab control. Our top priority is to ensure they cannot leave the area Tomcat's given us access to. I'll mark the southern exit as closed first. We only have time to block off 2 routes before the autocab will make a decision and move. We shouldn't block the route back here. We have to stop them where we can catch them. Once you get them back here, press the big button on top of the map to shortwire the Be careful if you stop their ride anywhere. What do you think are...
I can't have you talking. It's
It's up to you. Don't let those punks... We can access any of the control nodes in the area at any time. Got it?
Don't panic just yet. I managed to force the cab to mosey back. Definitely a one-shot trick, though. Be careful, y'all. This is your last shot.
got them now. Let's go! I'm gonna go stop them, and then...
What the hell do you want? Who do you think you're You ain't got nothing on us, and if you don't get out of...
Hey, we haven't observed them doing anything illegal, and we could potentially make this... Or, we could share news of this encounter with... These two seem agitated already, and it may be...